All right. For our mental place, we may really be ready to get out there and be interactive with trying some new things or starting something new, going somewhere new. The Three of Wands, he looks to be in the beginning stages of a journey. You know, he doesn't look too beat up by this. He's looking over, making a plan, having some kind of strategy of how he's going to move forward. So this might be you taking some steps to progress a certain area of your life, or at least thinking about it. Like I said, strategizing, making a plan, getting more clear on where you want to go and why you want to go there. Coming out for your physical space is the Two of Coins. You know, looks like a juggler. And there's this, infinity sign of this stuff constantly moving, and the ships are topsy-turvy in the background. And this card can really come into play with our flexibility, our ability to multitask, our ability to, juggle multiple things at once. So in your physical space, you may have a lot going on with the holidays coming, and there's just a lot this time of year. If you're a business owner, you're starting to think about tax stuff and making sure your year end is okay. Or there's certain things that you have to in a lot of jobs or career fields where you have to be mindful of the end of the year coming and getting a lot of things kind of finished up and tied up for the year. So, there may be a lot on your plate right now, but you are more than capable of balancing this stuff out. He's not dropping anything here. He is quite capable of keeping this going. In our emotional space, we have the Temperance card, which is all about balance of heart. And there's this sharing here with the cups, and the other cards, cups represent our emotional space. And she has one foot on land and one foot in water. And there's this very balanced energy happening here. And it has to do with our emotional space. So last month, I don't remember all of your reading. There's no way I can remember every reading I ever do. In fact, a lot of times once I do them, they're out of my head. But last month with the You Are Worth It coming out for your Oracle card, that may be still helping to balance your emotional space. If you're being mindful of being nice to yourself and accepting yourself, giving yourself credit, appreciating who you are, appreciating your life a little bit more, it may be helping to facilitate this balance within your emotional state where you're getting your feet under you a little bit more. And that's an absolutely beautiful card to come into our emotional space. And I truly hope that you are feeling that way. And if you're not there yet, being mindful and incorporating practices into your life that can help facilitate that may still be important to you throughout the month of November. Coming in our spiritual card, we have the Nine of Wands. So this guy looks a little beaten up, right? But it's a 9, so he's been doing this a minute. And things seem to be good. It's like he's standing guard. He's being vigilant to what's to come. So your spiritual space, you may be feeling a little beat up. You may not feel like things are going really smoothly, or you have a clear, defined, healthy relationship with your spirituality. And that's okay. We all go through hard times with when things just seem to flow and feel good, and then other times they may feel forced or not sitting as well as they used to, or you feel like things are a little off kilt. And regardless of your spiritual practices, being accepting to, okay, this isn't going smoothly right now, or I feel like I'm just a little beat down by it all. You may want to reevaluate some of your practices, simplify them a little bit, switch it up a little bit to try to create a different perspective for yourself regarding your practices. So Libra, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to pause the video, move the cards, grab another deck, and we're going to continue into the second part of our reading. We have the Ace of Wands. this is a potential to create some fire energy. The wands are fire, and I always see this as a spark to the flame or a match lit, a matchstick getting lit. And so it may be a challenge for you to see the potential in your creative space this month. You may, again, that nine's really sticking with me as far as an overall energy. This one, the Nine of Wands, I'm kind of feeling beat up. I feel like some of us have had kind of a rough year in general, not just in our spiritual space. And if you've been working on with dealing with some of your emotions and whatnot, you may be kind of focused in on controlling stuff. How can I say this? The emotion stuff may not come easy to you because you're a Libra. And depending on your other placements and stuff, that may not ring true. But in my life, in my experience with Libras, so many have a hard time articulating feelings, articulating passion, articulating excitement. And it's much more about what's logical and analytical. And I'm a water sign, so I don't always get that. I'm more of an emotional, creative type. But you may be so focused on dealing with that stuff and trying to get yourself balanced that you may be missing some opportunities. Or you may just not being able to turn them into something. You may have the match in one hand and what's it called that you strike a match across? That's weird that I don't know. I have no idea what that's called. Anyway, and you just can't seem to get them lined up to make the match actually turn into a flaming object, right? So I would just consider this month, this coming as a challenge. First off, be mindful of it. Like, yeah, I'm just having a hard time getting creative this month, or turning this idea into something more, and give yourself a little credit. And, it's not always meant to be. You may be just focused on other things right now. So you're missing some things. So you do have this ability, to harness your excitement, to harness your passion, to harness that creative, that fire side of you. If you have some Leo placement, this really may call on that confidence and that ability to just trust that you know what you're doing. And it's coming here with a Three of Swords, and this card represents hurt feelings, but it's coming out as a strength of yours. So I think this is just playing to being mindful of when to take things personal and when not, and having a sense of control over your emotional state. You're feeling more balanced there now. You may very well be feeling more confident now, and you may not let so much stuff hurt you as deeply or as intensely as you used to, if you're able to find that this temperance here. So this coming out for strengths, I would really appreciate yourself. Give appreciation to those moments when you are feeling some fire burn, and be mindful of hurt feelings, whether someone's hurting your feelings or you have the ability to hurt someone else's feelings. Just because they did it to you doesn't mean you need to do it back to them, Libra. You all deal with a lot of that, but it's fair, or it's just kind of logical thinking. But the more you come into this, the less likely you are to lash out and want to hurt someone that's hurt you. You become more capable of taking the higher ground kind of thing. So I'm very curious how that's going to play for you this month, and I would love to hear from you. Rules and authority, institution. What is your relationship with that? Are you a student? I mean, we all are in some aspects, but are you actually going to school? Are you involved in a like religious group or a spiritual group or some kind of learning, um, growing where there's some accountability held kind of thing, or even seeing a counselor can come in with this card. But this coming out as a need to know, I take this as you need to know who your teachers are and what your relationship to that is. What are the rules? What are the guidelines? What are the standards? Why are they there? How do you feel about them? Are you able to play by the rules? You may need to seek some kind of institution to hold you to a standard right now, whether that be some kind of higher education in your job, or a counselor, or even a friend that's going to call you out when you act in a fool. This coming in and need to know, you need to think about this energy in your life right now. How this applies to you is going to be person to person. This is a general reading, so I don't feel like I can get much deeper into that. But I would take a minute to have a conversation with you about, with yourself about this kind of energy. What does that mean to you? Even authority figure at work, manager, boss, someone where there's some place in your life where there's a hierarchy, if you will. What is your relationship to that? And where is that playing and affecting your life right now? In the same spot. This is our Magician, and I love this card. It's the number 1. There's this infinity sign, which speaks for itself. And then this person has every element of the deck. The wands, swords, coins, and cups. He's holding them all, and he's in a space where he understands that he needs to utilize all of his resources if he's going to make magic, right? So what are your resources? What are your skills? What are you good at? What do you have available to you? How can you balance? Balance seems to be our theme. And it may very well be why this childlike spirit is coming out, balancing both aspects of us, you know, our child, our inner, who just wants to have fun and enjoy and thinks this world is freaking amazing, and us today who's been jaded or hurt, or, you know, life has happened, and trying to balance those, you know, work and play, job and love, or, you know, however this balancing act is happening in your life. Balance is our word of the week, apparently, or month. But how are all these things coming to you? How can you utilize them properly? And this may not just be within you, but within your family, within your job, within some kind of community that you have. What are your skills? What are the people that you have available to you? What are their skills? And how can we work together and balance this out so we can create? And I feel like this is a intentional creation. Like, we are intentionally bringing ourselves together, or bringing a group together to manifest something into our lives. So I think that's a beautiful card, and it's exciting to see it 2 times in a row for two different signs. There's a lot of good energy in this card, and it's exciting to see people start to encompass that and to really spend time being mindful about their skills and their resources and how to make the best of them.